So in this Hangout, I will moderate one business. It's a small business, 8 panoramas. Like in here in the address finder, you can either put the business name, or you can put the CAD. Just type in hashtag and CAD number, and GoThru will take it. But after you put that, you click on create new tour. You don't search or anything. The search is for when you don't find the business. So this is the business. It's downtown Toronto, and let's create it. And let's upload the panoramas. There are not that many. Should upload pretty fast. Yeah, I have a D7-100 Nikon and the Sigma 8mm, and usually this is the size that I'm getting now. GoThru in this particular case will reduce the quality from 100% for the panels that are above 22. I think in this case for all of them will reduce the quality from 100% to I think 90 or 95%. So it goes below 22 megabits. Also, you have to make sure that your panoramas are in this range. And why this is the maximum Google accepts it, because 14,000 by 7,000, it's close to 100 megapixels, and Google will accept pictures up to 100 megapixels. Okay. So you have 4 more panels to upload. Of course, you can upload your images to Google Drive and import them from there, or you can send them to the auto stitching process. Auto stitching, it's not quite yet auto stitching. We do half of the process is done on the servers. We have right now I think 16 servers that are doing infuse. I think that's the most consuming part when you're doing stitching. And then we have we receive on our side an email that the images have been infused, and we are stitching them on our machines for now. But I think in 2-3 months we should be able to have our own like everything will be 100% auto stitched. And when we're gonna reach that point, the pro accounts will have like a quota, like 100, let's say, panel per month or something like that. Okay, so we have uploaded the panoramas, and then these are the panels, and let's start moderating. Like I was just saying on the forum that recently I just moderated an 88 panel in about 2 hours, that a tour that I never shot. And okay, so let's go to this one. First thing, what you can do is, if you go click on help and you notice there are brackets, this is what I recommend. Like, you can do it or not, it doesn't impact too much. But if you click on these brackets, GoThru will go through all your panoramas, and that will cache your images. So just click really fast, and then GoThru downloads all the panels, and then when you moderate, you don't have to wait. So just that's really great. Yeah, so press in the brackets. Now, when you have a big tour, now what's going to happen right now, we have, if you notice, we have very low quality of the image in here, and we're going to add probably a quality selector. So you will be able, if you want to moderate in low quality, medium quality, or high quality. And of course, if you can use the brackets, then the images will be cached and you'll be able to moderate. Now, let's take the first panel, and the way you do it, you position the red line where the next panel is, and this is our next panel, and we double click on it, and what we need is just to overlap these images. You can zoom in and zoom out. That's okay. I find that I'm not doing that. By default, GoThru is adding the panel 3 meters apart. I found that is like, at least me, I'm shooting 3 meters or 5 meters apart, and that is very good when we have loops. And now I'm gonna click W. W is going forward. Okay. Now, what's happening is this is good in one direction, but we need to take a look what's happening from the other side. Let's click F, and we go back and forth to W and S, back and forth. And what I like is I'm just going really fast, and this way I have an idea, okay, where I should actually be. Now, what's happening, the Q key, which is I think the most important key, cannot be used when the link is not locked. And in this part, the first time you create the first link, there is no locking link. So the first time you have to manually adjust it. Or you can create another link and then you go back to this one and you lock it and you use the Q key. So just go back and forth like this, and we are somewhere here. Okay, and then we lock it. The locking is very important when using Q, because if you do not lock, everything will be everything will be like just disrupted. They will not they will change position. So now my next panel is number 3. Always is good to shoot in a flow, like panel 1, it's followed by panel 2 and 3 and 4. This way, like GoThru on the right side is displaying is the images by pano name. It's sorting them by pano name. So the next one, it's here. Just position, make sure that this is okay. You don't have to be perfect, because you can always fix it after that. Okay, this one is pretty good. I just adjust a bit. You see, I'm clicking F, go back and forth, F, back and forth. Everything that looks good, and everything is look good. I'm just pressing C, and when I'm pressing C, look at what's happening on the map. It's locking. I don't even have to touch this map. It's my left hand is on the keyboard, and I'm using Q, W, S, F, and C. These are the keys that I'm always on my left hand, and then on the right hand I have the mouse. Now let's go to the next panel. Okay, and probably I've shot somewhere here, and I'm gonna position this. They have to match this direction, going forward, flip, going back. So in here, you see it should be here, and I'm clicking Q. This is going to move automatically there, and now it's a good. And just going back and forth looks really good. And this is just a bit off, and I'm just gonna press Q again, back and forth. It's just a tidy like this. Q. That looks really good. I'm just gonna press C again, and right now I just moderated like 4 panels. The next one, I think I did it here, and we're just gonna match the window on the wall to be in the middle, flip, going back so it's somewhere here, and pressing Q. Going forward, looks good. Forward, something like this. Q, forward. Okay, looks, what the heck happened here? Oh, I connected from pano 3 by mistake. Oh, okay. So let's go again. Pano number 5, and Q, back and forth, F, back and forth. It should be somewhere here. Q, back and forth. Okay, let's mute. Back and forth, and Q again, back and forth. So now we have a good connection. You're just gonna press C, and the link will be locked. The next one, I think it was here, and just align everything, press W, going forward, flip, back and forth. It should be here, Q, back and forth. Back and forth, looks good. C. Next one is somewhere here. And we're just gonna align them. Front, back. Okay, Q, back and forth, flip. It should be somewhere here. Q, and we go back and forth, flip, Q, okay, so that looks good. Now this panel also connects with this panel. Let's just create the link and see how that works out. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's a bit shifted, just a bit, but I think it's okay. I'm not one thing that we're gonna work on is when you lock a link, but this probably will be after we finish with the overlay system. After you lock a link, you will be able to move it up and down and maintain the same the same position. But this is locked, and you'll be able to just drag it like this, because in this particular case, now what I need to do is to fix that loop. Is I just have to put this panel here, just drag it a bit like this, maintaining this. So this is a bit, it's not the perfect thing that you want to do. Let's see how it is right now. So it should be here, so it should be just a bit down lower. Okay, I'm just gonna position this here, something like this, and let's see. Yeah, so now it looks good. Oh, and we have these two links. We're just gonna press CC, and CC was gonna lock both. Like everything that is unlocked is just going through them and it does locking. And now my last panel, which I think was here, and let's just make something like this: forward, flip, front and back, and Q. Front and back looks good. Front and back, somewhere here, Q, front and back. Oh, I think it's good, looks good. And now let's connect it with this one. So this one is here, and this should be somewhere here probably. So what I will do is I need to drag the image somewhere around here. I will position this here and just drag this image like this. And let's check now. I think I dragged it too much. No, it's quite good. Okay, so I think we are done moderating. We're gonna press CC, and that will lock the whole thing. Now we can expand, and we can rotate the whole thing, position it, drag it to here, and yeah, it was on the other side of the building. And I'm just going to expand it a bit more. I think that's okay. So this is another thing that if you work on the map, like if you notice, I barely touched the map. It's just for the loop, to create the loop. But when we're gonna implement that locking links to be able to drag them up and down, that will be much easier with the loops. And yeah, so if you press, for example, right now L will hide all the numbers. So in case you get bothered by the numbers, you just press L. And yeah, I think we had some blurring to do. Now I'm not that proud of the blurring that we have right now, and we will get back on the blurring. And the way you blur is you click B and you enter into the equirectangular mode, which is where we can blur. The problem is when you are in the spherical mode, it's hard to create a square on a spherical panel and then apply that to an equirectangular. So just click B, and when we're gonna have the quality, and you can choose the quality here, and you're gonna get a better image. So when you're gonna zoom, right now pretty much I know that here there is a number. I'm just gonna blur it, but when you're gonna have the quality selection, you will actually see the numbers there. Okay, so that was 1, and this is actually the owner who was sitting outside. I think that's it. Oh, there is the camera here in the mirror. And this. So when I'm zooming in, I'm pressing Shift and Z, and I'm creating a blur. So now I'm gonna save, Control S. Save. Now every time when you save, GoThru creates an backup of your constellation, like text in text on the server. So if anything happens, we can revert back. To revert back, you just have to send an email to support, and we're gonna revert back to a previous constellation that you saved. Now I don't know if you know, but we do support Control Z. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm just gonna undo everything that I did. Just Control Z. Yep. So you see, everything is just going back, and there is no limit. Of course, this Control Z is tied to this session. So if you close the moderator, and then if you close the moderator and then you restart it, the Control Z will not be available anymore. Okay, so you're just gonna go back, and as I said, I'm gonna moderate the whole tour, but faster. Come on. Okay. Okay, so we are now back to
GoThru.
Okay, we are back now to original. I think someone has a microphone turned on. Okay. Still. Okay. So again, we are back to the beginning, and let's just go really fast through this constellation. Now, I'm not gonna talk too much because I need to focus on moderation. And I'm gonna align this here. Perfect. C, go forward. So again, this is the second time when I'm moderating. C, now forward. Forward, lock and back. C, lock and back. C, forward. Front and back. Front and back, C. No, I think something like here. Q, front and back. Q. Good. See. Hi Gail. This is the second time I'm moderating, so I'm not speaking too much. You will be able to see the video on YouTube. Not sure what do you mean by the back arrow is put automatically. Yeah, I use Q also. But I'm using F to look back and then make sure that both front and back are properly aligned. Okay, lock. And then this one somewhere here, I think it was. Front and back, Q, front and back. And now delete this one, and you're just gonna drag it like this. Okay, so this is, that looks good. So this is the second time, so you see, like, it was really fast. Like when you use the keyboard and the shortcuts, it's really fast. You just fly through them. And again, when we're gonna have that lock extend link, that will be even easier for working with loops. Okay, so now theoretically all I have to do is just reload and click Google, and I'm just gonna publish it. Now again, if there are any questions, you can ask on the group chat, and I will try to reply to them. No questions? Hi Arnold. So when creating mini overlay, wanting to align the panel, not sure what do you mean. So everyone, I'm just gonna drag this window in here. Can you make it bigger? And creating a mini overlay and wanting to align the panel. Okay, let's go to mini overlay. I'm gonna take one tour that's already published. This one is published, and no, under hosted tour, this is a hosted tour, it's not a mini overlay, different things. Okay, so I'm in here. Okay. Yeah, so this is the angle that you want the menu to start. So let's say I want to create this. I'm gonna put this as the first panel. I'm just gonna click here, front, save, and then I'm gonna select the starting angle for that menu, and this would be the starting angle, and click OK. So you want that, yeah, so you want this image to be larger, bigger. I'm not sure what to say. To me, I think it looks okay. Again, on this computer I have a 24-inch monitor. I think it looks quite big. Probably we could do it bigger, but to me it looks okay. It's just like the angle that you want to select. You know your panels, and you just click on it and select the angle. Yeah, theoretically you can do anything. Yeah, it's code. Like once you go into the side the code and change a few things here and there, I'm not sure, like okay, we'll keep this in mind and see if we can make it bigger. So any other questions? Okay, no problem, Gil. So anyway, when we are done, we're gonna create a video. Like we are recording this right now, and we're gonna have this on YouTube. No, I didn't. I'm not selecting. Usually, I'm not selecting the panels because I know how the system works on Google side, and that is potential breaking up the tour. So yes, I could, let's say, unselect. I'll leave the front and just this one. So I could do that. And also, if you notice, when you unselect, and we automatically add the business name, because what's happening if we send to Google the images without the business name, the business name will, because this is not associated with any business, it'll be just your name. But by automatically adding the title to the EXIF data, Google will you see, in this case, these two panels already have been published because they have the red trash can. So now, right now, GoThru is publishing. So everything, I think, right now is published. Everything has the red trash can. So probably if I'm clicking on SV info, I'll be able to see the constellation. Now, again, it's not fully published. Probably it didn't update, so that's why the links are not there. I just rush it up. Probably I have to give it a few more minutes. But, okay, so could it be an IDE till have instruction I cannot start? I'm not sure I understood your question.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's when we do the videos from the tour. In the first video showing it's the first picture, first point, it's just going back and forwards a bit. Is it possible to kind of overlay with icons to show the audience how to use it? It's a 360 videos.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah, so what you're talking about in here in the video, when we create the video, you would like to have something in the video.
Yeah, kind of overlay with the instruction, because if you use it like on Facebook or you use it, send it in the YouTube or whatever, it's kind of yeah, it's good, it's moving, but it maybe would be better to have some kind of icons to the beginning, just to show how to move around when the video is going on.
Yeah, but if that is there, that will be there for the whole, like, let's say if we add like what you can do.
I can do it myself on the first, yes, I guess.
Yeah, so what you can do, theoretically, you can create a video slide.
Yeah.
And in that video slide, you can write something and then just upload it.
Yeah, I guess I could just take the first picture and then put it overlay and upload it again. Yeah.
Yeah, theoretically, yeah, if you can do that, so you would just go to edit. You would download this, let's say, or the first image. You would download this image.
Yeah.
Make sure then when you upload it back is the size that GoThru wants it. Yeah, this one, and then you can write on it whatever you want, and then you can create the video.
Isn't it possible to just take it like I used the stitching before, and then actually just put it on top of that and put the full size and replace it that way? I mean, I don't have to do it in like a what do you call it?
No, of course, when you create your tour, you can add that extra panel. The only thing is, if you publish the tour and you have the panel in, it will be published.
Yeah, I need to think about how to do it.
So you will have to do it after you publish the tour.
Yeah.
Also, whatever image you add in here, after you create the video, we will delete it.
Yeah.
Because we do not want by mistake anyone publishing that tour and that image ends up on Google.
Yeah, it's right. When we do it, we have to put the picture in every time.
Yeah, and this version of the 360 video, you can upload as many images you want. Like if you want to have an image in the front and one in the back, you can do that.
Yeah, I can follow. Sure, good. It's a nice tools. Yeah, really good.
Okay, do you have news about the mean of appearance of the Google Business View on Google Tools? Gail, I'm not sure I understand your question. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, we do not have control. Yeah, the only thing we can do is we know the bug with the north, so we can position the tour to the north. So in my particular case, probably, yeah, it's gonna face the building, because if you remember the moderation, yeah, this is north. Oh, in this case, what you need to do is just make it like this, yeah. Hopefully sometime in the future Google will fix this. So we're gonna save this, and we're just gonna publish it again, and hopefully that will fix the direction, where in here we have always north, and see, this is north, this is north, so it doesn't look good. And again, you can play with, but in this particular case, if you look, Google actually choose the correct panels. This is the front, and this is the first panel. So this is correct from my point of view. I don't know if Google search will have the tours or not. All I know is that Google is working on a new knowledge card. Now, what that means, I have no idea. But what I know is the new knowledge card will fix the bug with the hotels, where you do not have hopefully, I don't know. I cannot promise anything. Google doesn't say to me too much, but yeah, when you search on this on Google, this is a knowledge card, so who knows, maybe they are working on this too, and we will see the tours here. I'm just looking forward, but that will be a good Christmas present because I suppose it will be very close to Christmas when they will release that. But for now we just stuck with these two here. Yeah, so I know it's bad, it's yeah. Okay, so Arnold, can you show how the rank on the overlay? Yeah, so if I'm going to the overlay, I don't know, mini hosting, I'm not sure which one you referring as overlay, but if I'm going here, you can drag these images around, and these is the order that you're gonna see in when you generate the tour. So let's say this is front, this is the showroom, and this is no, this is, I think, it's a service area. I think this is the one, the service area. And This is the outside parking lot. So now we can hide all these and we can drag them around, generate overlay. So we have this one. Now if you look, service area is second because it's in second position. If I'm moving this here, let's change the angle a bit. Okay, generate. You have to keep generate because we do not create these dynamically when you load them, and we do not create them dynamically because I do not want to hit the database every time when someone is loading this. So we create the files on the server, everything is on the server, and the only thing that actually hits the database when you load this page is the short link that has to know where should take the images from, the files from, and the statistics. So we have the showroom second, and this is the angle where we are looking. Okay. Yeah, so if it has a sub menu, then let's say hide, and let's drag this in order, something like this, and let's add the second showroom, which let's say this one. So I'm gonna select showroom and then 1, and then we're gonna, I think I pressed, and then we can have 2 in here, save, and let's generate, and we have 1 and 2. And if I'm going in here and putting like this will be 2 and 1. So it's 2 and 1. Okay. So again, for the guys that just joined, we already moderated this constellation twice, and we will upload this video to YouTube, and you will be able to watch it how I'm moderating it. Again, they changed something in here. But not all. Again, Google says that it can take up to 48 hours for a tour to be fully published. Now, if you click SV info, like after you publish, just wait 1 hour, click SV info. If everything is green, like in this case, everything is green, and Google should in maximum 48 hours fix all the issues that you see in the tour, like links are not there, or levels are not there, anything that is for in this, we just published this tour, there is no link. Normally, from what I noticed, it takes up to 24 hours for all the links to show up. And then if you have levels, the levels can reach up to 48 hours. So that's what Google says. Yeah, but in this particular case, I will monitor this image, and if it's not changed, then what I will do is I will just go to tools, Google. I will deselect this, update, wait for the first image to change. And so wait for the first image. Like usually what's happening when you publish a tour with GoThru, we send the tour to a queue, and then we have probably, I think, 30 servers that are publishing all at the same time, so your tours doesn't stay theoretically in a queue. Level is the elevator widget that Google supports. Anyway, so your tours doesn't stay actually in a queue, but till it's picked out by one of the servers from the queue, it takes probably around 2 minutes, and then it starts publishing. And the publishing is one pano by one, so we have to upload one pano. So the longer, the more panos you have, the longer you have to wait. Okay. So this, just reload again. Still, I will just go ahead and do this. Probably in about 5 minutes I will see the result, and then I will come back, activate it, and put it back. And this way I will force Google to recreate this thumbnail, because right now they cached to this thumbnail. So yeah, so okay, so yes, I'm not sure if I have anything with levels right now. Might be this one, I don't know. Yeah, so this one has levels. You can create levels by either going to edit and then you press on plus and you create a new level. Yeah, so just above ground, let's say. And you can move, if you want, panels from this to level 3. Or you can create at the upload time. So when you upload, you create the level, and you click on it, and you drop your images, or from Google, import them directly into level 3. You select the level you want to upload, and we will upload it in that level. So that's how you create levels. Now, how the tour looks on Google with the elevator widget. Let's see. So you have 1 and 2 in here. Now you have to be aware that the elevator widget works by proximity. So when you click on 1, it will display 1 and 2 just if your panoramas are overlapped. So if you go, let's say, and look at the constellation here, You see, I'm overlapping this. And from what I read on the forum, people have tested, you have to have 40 meters. So if I'm clicking on pano 1, yeah, I should. So if I'm clicking, let's say, click on SV info. Let's see anything happen here. Yeah, so you see I deassociated that, it selected a different panel. And then I'm going back to this and indicate back. And we will see what Google is gonna know. So SV info, if you don't know, SV just stands from Street View Info, and Street View Info will so you have, like in here, you can select the level. So you have the constellation for level 1 and the constellation for level 2. So you can build on levels. Okay. I'm on. So something happened with the server on Google side, got an error there. Now let's see if we have second level. So we have, so probably, yeah, you just need to be on 40 meters area. So if you are on 40 meter area, that should be safe. But if you place your I closed my moderator before, like if you work with the old Google editor where this rule of overlapping was not there, the way I would have published this tour would have been I'm just zooming out, so it would be something like this, you know. So that's probably what I would have published. But if you do this, then the panel from here, it's not going to overlap over the level. This is probably is more than 40 meters, so you're not going to have the elevator widget. Okay. Okay, so for everyone that joined, I think we are very close to our 1 hour hangout meeting. I will try to have an hangout probably next Friday if people are interested. And again, moderate something. I don't know. I have no photo shoot schedule for the next week, or I might have. I think I have a Mercedes-Benz. So, but that Mercedes-Benz will be a bigger job. So probably it will be just 1 hour of moderating when I'm gonna have it. Yeah. So if there are no more questions, we will terminate the hangout here, and then so you see the thing updated. So now we have the proper image here for the outside. The only thing is, for some reason, it just put me in the back here. I'm not sure why this image was keep changing. I haven't seen this. Yeah, it just put me in the back. Anyway, that's okay. Yeah. Okay, so we will be terminating the hangout now, and we're gonna upload the video to YouTube for everyone to have a look at it. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day or night wherever you are. Bye bye.